Diploma hanging on my neck. The bracelet matches a set. My brother name is Tina Dollar. Stop all that back and forth over the net. My mama wish I would've went corporate. She wish I would've went exec. I still turn to a CEO, so the lifestyle she respect. Ayy, 2 sprinters to Quebec. Chevy ou et Montbec. They only giving niggas +1, so I never pull up to the Met. You know I gotta bring the set. You know I gotta bring the G block. You know I gotta bring the D block. Cause you know how sticky it get. Ayy. 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 She want me to play with that cat. Ayy. She love how I'm making her wet. Ayy. You know how sticky it get. Ayy. Hey yo, Eric, bring them girls to the stage. Cause somebody's getting paid. And free big slime out the cage. Shorty try to play it cool, but now she wish she would've stayed. Cause every song that I made was ringing like I got engaged. All my guys I wouldn't trade. From the cradle to the grave. Porto got me on a wave. And got me on a wave. A couple hits, now you brave. Wait, you niggas better behave. All that pumping up your chest. All that talk about the best. You know how sticky it. Good morning, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I almost gave y'all some excuses this morning, man. I woke up at 2:15 with a lot of energy, but you know how you wake up early, everything is fine, you wake up on time. And then you think you got 5 more minutes left to sleep, or you can get an extra 5 minutes. That's what I did. So I woke up at 2:15. I thought I could get an extra 5 minutes of sleep, and then I ended up not waking back up until 4:15. So that's why at the beginning I was like, hey bro, look, it's 4:34, whatever time it was. I'm gonna go ahead and get in here, bro. I will just check in with y'all after. It's currently 5:22, October 9th, 2025. And I know y'all won't be seeing this video until next week. So I know I said I'd give y'all 2 videos a week, but I had to get some other things in order before I could get back on point with, you know, dropping videos and whatnot for y'all. And the reason why is because I realized that I had to slow down in order to speed up. Don't let that go over y'all head. I know y'all probably heard that before, but sometimes you have to slow down in order to speed up. So when it comes to doing content creation and me dropping 2 videos a week, I had a lot planned that I was trying to get done basically all at the same time, because I wanted to have it finished by a certain time. That way I can have it out to y'all by a certain time. However, I realized quickly that I was trying to do too much. I was trying to do entirely too much. And with me trying to do too much, it almost, I'm not gonna say it led to burnout, because I wasn't gonna burn out, because you know, when you have motivation, it's easy to get stuff done. But as I was actually sitting and looking over all the ideas I had as far as the content that I want to give y'all outside of like music or whatever, I realized that a lot of it wasn't valuable. A lot of it did not have any value at all. It was basically me just recording videos, trying to get my name inside the algorithm and whatnot. That way when I start pushing my music, you know, things will pop up on y'all's Watch Next or Watch Now, whatever it's called. So due to realizing that I was trying to do entirely too much, I decided to slow down. And what made me honestly slow down was this past Sunday, I think that was October 5th. This past Sunday, I was watching this YouTube video from this channel, The School of Hard Knocks, where this guy goes around speaking to millionaires and billionaires, asking them how they became wealthy, what made them rich, and all that extra stuff, and tips and tricks that they learned that they can pass on to the next generation and all that. And one thing one of the guys said was, you have to slow down in order to speed up. So not only did I hear it on this YouTube video from The School of Hard Knocks, I also heard it on another YouTuber's platform that I watch. And when I heard it the second time, typically if I hear something like twice, then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and take heed to it and I'm gonna listen. So that's what I did. So I decided this whole week not to put out any content, and I told myself that if I did, I would just stick to shorts, because I needed to get everything in order. And I had to do the math and I had to do the breakdown. That way I can make sure that the videos that I'm giving y'all are videos of substance, because I always want to provide some sort of value. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm here to try to promote myself, to push myself out there as well. But this is also me outside of music. You know what I'm saying? So how I think, things that I go through in real life that kind of influence me as far as how I conduct myself when it comes to music or the type of songs I write, and you know, all that good stuff, which I'll get into all that like in a later video, like my writing process and whatnot. But another thing that kind of reinforced that ideology of slowing down the speed up was, yesterday was Wednesday and I had a company meeting, you know, just to go over some new processes that they'll be adding to the company, and then trying to train us to optimize our workflow for better efficiency on a day-to-day basis on new systems and things that, you know, they're implemented that they've already started, but we probably just haven't taken notice to it. And normally when I go to these trainings for my company, I try my hardest to listen with full-on intention, because my thought process is, if I'm learning this here, how can I apply this to not only my music career, but also to any other business venture that I'm trying to embark on or whatnot. And I learned a lot of valuable pieces. I haven't had time to review everything because they did give us like a booklet or a packet or whatever to take home to kind of review. So I kind of want to review that before I, you know, get out to y'all or whatever. But it was definitely insightful, because as far as music and the music business is concerned, I'll be honest, I'm trying to operate like a corporation. Even though I'm a smaller artist or not a well-known artist or what have you, I still want to operate like I've been in business for over 20 years, because I want to succeed for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about succeed comfortably, where it's like I can go get, you know, 40, 50,000 for a show type deal, you know. And then obviously stash that money away, you know, do something with it, make smart investments and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but one thing that I learned, having systems in place. Now, I do have a system in place, but me being me, I'm always refining my system, because I need to optimize it. I need to do whatever will be best for me, you know, for the foreseeable week or the foreseeable month or whatever the case may be. However, a big drawback to that is you can get so stuck in the same routine, and then you can realize that you're not really making any progress. So outside of optimizing and creating systems, the main thing that I was like, okay, I can implement this like today, like in my regular life, is using like a sort of an agile system where you plan out the next 2 weeks and you have specific things that you're trying to accomplish in 2 weeks that are moving the needle forward to where it is you're trying to go. That way, instead of looking at things looking at your goals on a monthly or a quarterly basis, you literally looking at them at 2 week increments, which can also be a good indicator of progress or some areas that you probably need to work on, or some tasks that you probably got to delegate to, you know, other people in order to get it done. Now, I started implementing this yesterday, like immediately after the meeting. I sat down, I reorganized my calendar, and I actually mapped out exactly what goals I wanted to achieve over the next 2 weeks, whether that be physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, or, you know, anything regarding family or anything of that nature. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely optimistic about it, but you know, you can be optimistic about something for the first few days or whatever until you really get into it, and then all of a sudden that's when you start having problems. But I'm using this as a learning moment. So everything I learned yesterday, I'm implementing now to use as a learning moment to better increase my workflow or increase my output in my everyday life. Because truth be told, it is difficult waking up at 3 on a consistent basis, waking up at 3, working out, then going to work from 8:30 to about 5:15, and then doing my other gig after work, and then coming home and still trying to study, get the marketing material ready, plan different things for next year, and all that stuff. So my days can get pretty long and pretty difficult. But I understand that this is what I signed up for, but my job, or the thing that I'm trying to accomplish, is making it more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to take advantage of every little minute or second that I have throughout a day. Ultimately, when you want to get that work in, you're going to do what you got to do. And that's kind of where I'm at. I ain't going to lie. Like, I'm just in this big, like, execution phase. So I really want to come on here and chat with y'all real quick and let y'all know why I haven't dropped any content this week, but by the time y'all see it, it'll be last week. And it's mainly because I'm trying to put systems in place. That way I can make sure that I'm not just throwing y'all videos of the same stuff, or like me working out and then me talking, which that's probably majority of the time what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to incorporate some real life in there, like me going places, doing things, and having experiences with people and whatnot. And understanding that, and I am getting to the understanding that anything is content. But just because anything is content does not mean everything should be content, bro. I'm not gonna lie.